Society dictates how an individual should act and look, especially in public places. Norms are set for the people to follow. Different societies have different norms and different views on certain issues. Does adolescent obesity create social anxieties? The answer is relative. Some countries may look at obesity as something desirable, while the Westerners look at it as a sign of inability to take care. From the American standpoint, obesity is considered as something gross. An obese person is viewed as someone who is incapable of taking care of himself or herself. Obese people have become the butt of jokes. They are always ridiculed, especially in public places and gatherings. Obese people who have gone through this entire predicament develop a poor self-image and have low self-esteem. Both obese adolescent men and women have undergone difficulty relating with the opposite sex and with their peers of the same sex. They struggle to identify a group that welcomes them as they are, which makes them timid and aloof. For a young teenager, does adolescent obesity create social anxieties? Yes, it does. The depressing state that these young individuals experience creates a never-ending cycle. Obesity caused some to succumb to depression. Since they looked at themselves as unwanted, they have confounded their inability to think and act properly. They always see themselves as failures. So definitely, if you are asked, does adolescent obesity create social anxieties? Yes, it does. On the same note, depression on adolescents makes them gain weight to the extent of being obese. They reacted by eating more and shy away from recreational or physical activity if there is any. They rather stay at home and become couch potato, until they gain weight that is not ideal for their age and height. In other side of the world with poor people, obesity is not of paramount importance. Obesity is synonymous to being rich. In the third world countries, where some people are suffering from malnutrition, having a fat belly signifies one's ability to put plenty of food on the table. If you are overweight or obese, they admire your body and would dream to have one. Depression caused by obesity is never happening to poor people because obesity for them means now they can afford to have a lot to eat. Obesity is not a social issue for them. In fact, obese adolescents are desired by their young counterparts and envied by their peers. Obese teenagers are thought to come from a wealthy family. In some places, if you are overweight or obese, you are considered successful. Does adolescent obesity create social anxieties? Among Americans, the answer is yes.